ask you about your opponent, Donald Trump.
Okay.
I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that you have never interacted with him, met him face to face. That's going to change soon. But what I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
Any?
Same old tired playbook. Next question, please.
That's it?
That's it.
Hey, quick question. When are we going to ask Trump, when did he turn black? Why is he so many shades darker than Kamala? Why? You see Jasmine Crawford down there? Why is he... I want you to look around his eyes and inside of his ears and his hairline. That's his skin tone. When did he turn black? Interesting.
The fact that some of y'all are still questioning if Kamala's black, her nieces and nephew call her auntie. They call her auntie. I think that is enough evidence that that woman is black, because the only people that call their auntie is black folks. Like, let's be for real, okay? So we can stop questioning it. Thanks.
Auntie, what are you doing?
Herbs from my garden. Onion, lemon.
What is this process of the juice and then...
Come on, honey. It's a baster, and the juice is you baste.
What are you doing now?
Caramelizing the onions, Nina.
Tell me more.
No, you need to...
I need to learn.
Videotaping me. I'm trying to teach you. You're more interested in being a video.
Get in my belly.
Get in my belly.
Right, Marlon? So I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub. So I am not playing around. So what you got?
All right, guys, so we got to talk about this video that was posted on Kamala Harris's TikTok that I found to be interesting. And the reason why I found it to be interesting is because of the timing of the video, okay? And this comes after the CNN interview that Kamala Harris did with Dana Bash, a complete and total softball interview in which one of the questions was about Kamala Harris's blackness, okay? And the fact that people are questioning whether or not she's actually black. Now, Kamala Harris sidestepped the question, right? As if it was a waste of time to discuss, okay? When the reality is that there are a significant amount of black people in this country that do not believe that Kamala Harris is black. Now, why is this important? Well, the reason why this is important is because the main appeal of somebody like Kamala Harris for Democrats and liberals is that she's a so-called black woman, okay? And she may pretend as if she doesn't care about having that conversation, but the reason why she doesn't want to have the conversation isn't because it's a conversation that's not worth having, as if, you know, Kamala Harris is black and there should be no discussion about it. It's because she knows that she's not actually really black, in my opinion, right? In my opinion. And she knows that a lot of black people know that she's not black. And this is why she posted this video on her TikTok, a video that I believe is staged, right? This is 100% staged, of her explaining how she cooks collard greens to a black woman, right? Now, again, this comes after she was questioned on her blackness from CNN. She posted this video, and I want to talk about it because what Kamala Harris is saying here, she said this before in the past about how she cooks collard greens, tells me everything I need to know about just how fake Kamala Harris is. Take a look.
I have a friend who had a Christmas party, Christmas Eve every year, and she asked me to make the greens for a party every year. And I am not lying to you that I would make so many greens that I'd need to wash them in the bathtub. I'm telling you the truth.
So how do you make your greens? Do you put turkey in them? Do you
Bacon.
Put nice. My grandma
I
used
do
to
bacon.
Put bacon. She's put
Garlic.
vinegar.
I put white vinegar.
Yes.
So I start with, I slice up my garlic. But no, first I chop up the bacon
fry it.
and get all that fat going. Then I put garlic,
Yeah.
some chili peppers,
Yes.
and then a lot of water and a little chicken stock. And I let it go for a while
Flowers.
before I put the greens in. And then, right, so you get that going and all that flavor. And then I put the greens in for a couple hours. Then I do vinegar. And then I cheat and do a little Tabasco.
No, that's okay.
Yeah,
My
but
grandmother-
Tabasco of all, like I like Louisiana hot sauce, but Tabasco has that right amount of vinegar.
tang
Yeah.
on it, yeah.
And that's how I do my greens.
I see why you get invited
Uh-huh.
every year.
Wow. There is no doubt in my mind that video was Kamala Harris's attempt, or her campaign's attempt, to prove Kamala Harris's blackness, because it's a real thing, right? Kamala Harris is struggling with the black vote, considering how she's supposed to be a black candidate, right? I mean, for a Democrat, she is only getting about 70% support, when historically, she should be getting at least 85, 90% support. She's doing worse with black people right now than Joe Biden. So they know that this is a real thing, right? That there are a lot of black people who are very skeptical of Kamala Harris's identity, and they don't like when somebody like Kamala Harris pretends to be something that she is not, okay? And videos like this, in my opinion, it's just more evidence that Kamala Harris is in Rachel Dolezal territory of fake, okay? I mean, she's probably transracial at this point, right? This is why they keep saying she identifies as black, because the way that she explained how she cooked collard greens, in my opinion, as a black person from the South, okay, from Eastern North Carolina, in my opinion, she is telling that black woman what she thinks in regards to how black people cook collard greens, and that's how she cooked collard greens. First and foremost, the recipe in and of itself sounds to me more like an Indian recipe. In fact, I found this recipe on Google, right? She literally memorized a recipe from Google, because I don't know how many black people use collard green recipes that you can find on Google, okay? I'm just saying, black people that can actually cook collard greens do not use Google recipes. They don't, okay? I don't know how many black people put Tabasco in their collard greens, right? I don't know people who do that. I don't know people who cook collard greens and bacon, right? But I do know black people who cook collard greens in fatback meat, or some type of smoked meat, like smoked turkey or smoked ham or whatever, right? I do know that, okay? But I also don't know any black people, or anybody really, who washes their collard greens in the bathtub, right? That is the part that really gets me, because it's at the point now where it should be offensive to black folks to hear Kamala Harris pander in ways that are clearly an attempt for Kamala Harris to make it seem like she's connected to black people or black culture, and that she's blacker than she really is, okay? It reminds me of the Kwanzaa video, right, that she put out, pretending that in her Indian household, she was celebrating Kwanzaa, okay? When I don't know any black people that celebrate Kwanzaa, right? I don't know any black people that celebrate Kwanzaa, okay? But apparently it's a black thing, okay? And this is why Kamala Harris says, I celebrate it. She believes that black women wash collard greens in the bathtub, right? That's what she believes. That's her idea of how black people wash collard greens, and that's why she's saying it, right? I don't believe this woman cooks collard greens like that, okay? I don't believe that people ask her to cook collard greens, but if people are asking her to cook collard greens, I would be disgusted, right? Because I'm not sure who would want Kamala Harris's funky booty collard greens, because that's what they are, right? It's just nasty to wash collard greens in a tub. Now, I don't know. That could be her Indian side, okay? And I'm not saying that in a way where I'm trying to take a swipe at Indians. I don't know, okay? But I don't know. Maybe she makes her curry greens like that. All I know, that's not collard greens, okay? Those are E. coli greens, right? If you're washing your collard greens in a bathtub, yeah, those are E. coli greens. That's what you're going to get, okay? You're going to get sick eating cobbler's greens. But again, this is how she believes black people wash collard greens, so that's what she's saying. Oh, well, them black folks, them Negroes, they love them greens, right? And they wash them greens in that tub, okay? Now, listen, here's the thing. Again, I'm from the South, Eastern North Carolina. I think that I've eaten the best collard greens in the world, to be quite honest with you. And I've seen my grandma eat some crazy stuff, right? I mean, we're talking about hog tongue, okay, ears. I've seen her wash chitlins outside on the porch in a bucket, right? I've seen her do that, okay? So I feel like I kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. But one thing I've never seen my grandma do, I've never seen her wash collard greens in a bathtub, okay? And she has cooked collard greens for a lot of people, okay? And when she does cook collard greens, what we don't do is that we don't eat them out of can. We try not to buy them in the store. We get them straight out of the field, right? I'm just saying that's how it is, okay? Straight out of the field. Again, but I've never seen her wash collard greens in a bathtub, okay? Because that is just nasty, okay? And I am here to say that that's not something that black people do, okay? I'm not sure the type of black people that Kamala Harris is trying to appeal to, but if you are a black person defending this, I got questions, right? I got a whole lot of questions, especially for the people that love to call so-called black conservatives sellouts, okay? If you're a black person defending this, okay, Kamala Harris talking about how she washes collard greens in a bathtub, yeah, I don't want to hear anything about that whole pro-black stuff, okay? Because you people really are selling out, right? Any black person defending this, yeah, you are definitely selling out, okay, to defend Kamala Harris in this type of blasphemy, right? This should be blasphemy, what Kamala Harris is saying to a black person's ears.
Hi, I'm Laverne Spicer, and today I watched a video on Twitter or X, whichever one you like, and Kamala was talking about cooking greens with bacon. Now, anybody that cooks greens know that most people that do collard greens are going to use smoked turkey or smoked ham or any type of smoked meat, right? So if you lying about little shit like that, how in the hell you think we supposed to believe the other shit that come out your mouth? Because you just a lying ass, just straight to the point. Just a lying motherfucker. First of all, what you should be doing is your job as the border czar. Go close that motherfucking border and stop letting all them damn illegals come over here. We have Venezuelan gangs that are reaping havoc in Colorado. They have taken over several apartments. They have AKA assault weapons, all kind of high powered rifles and guns. They also tried to hijack the school bus. Okay, people, get ready, because it started there, but this shit is spreading across the United States. Do you think it's just going to come to certain neighborhoods? Because no, it's not. This shit going to come to your motherfucking doorstep too.
Yeah, so I think that the points that Laverne Spicer is making here are very good points, right? Very valid points, especially the first point, which is that if she would lie about something like this, what else would she lie about, right? I mean, I'm at the point now where I really do believe that Kamala Harris is in Rachel Dolezal territory, right? I'm so serious. Like, I really believe that she is pretending to be a black woman, right? Because it's stuff like this where she tries so hard to appear to be black that she says things that make me as a black person think, no, this is not something that black people do, okay? I'm just keeping it 100. So where is she getting this from? She's getting this from what her idea of what black people do, right? What she believes that black people do. Who knows? Maybe it's different on the West Coast. I don't know, right? I don't know, okay? But she will lie about stuff like working at McDonald's to try to identify with working class people, even though there's no proof that she actually did that. She claimed that she was getting high, smoking weed while listening to Tupac in college, right? She says these things to try to pander in ways that, you know, it just blows my mind that these same people are so offended by everything that Trump says, they don't get offended by this, right? This to me is offensive, right? It's just as offensive as Hillary Clinton and the whole hot sauce in my purse, okay? She said she carries that around with her everywhere, again, as a way to try to pander to black folks. And Kamala Harris is doing the same thing, right? Because if Kamala Harris was authentically black, she wouldn't have to do all this. She would not have to do all this. But I think the main point here is that you guys heard how Kamala Harris went into so much detail about how she cooks collard greens. Why does she go into that type of detail when it comes to policy, right? Whenever I hear Kamala Harris actually talk about policy, she never goes into that type of detail, right? She doesn't sit down and really explain it the way that she just explained how she allegedly cooks collard greens, right? I'm just saying at this point, Kamala Harris has basically demonstrated to me she may be more qualified to be a chef, okay, to be in the kitchen, right, to cook than she is to be president of the United States, because I've never heard her articulate a policy or any solution that she has the same way that she explained how she allegedly cooks collard greens, right? Which, you know, hey, I got questions about. Okay, I think that her greens are nasty. They gotta be. I mean, you wash them in a bathtub. Okay, that's where people, you know, wipe their butts. Okay, that's not a place where you should have any food, right? You should have any food in a bathroom, right? Any food that people are gonna eat should be nowhere near a bathroom or a tub or a toilet. Okay, who knows? Okay, maybe she'll talk about how she washes her chicken in the toilet next. Okay, maybe that's what she'll say. Okay, but I find it interesting that these same people who get so upset when white people or others culturally appropriate, like for example, a white woman wears braids. Okay, I've done stories about white women getting beat up for wearing braids, right? You're culturally appropriating a black person. Or if an Asian person likes rap or something, okay, they'll boo-hoo whine and cry about that. But yet Kamala Harris is clearly culturally appropriating black women. And nobody is saying anything about that. Nobody is calling her out on this BS, like obvious BS that in my opinion is extremely offensive, right? It should be offensive. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm just shocked that Kamala Harris is able to get away with this type of stuff. But, you know, these are the same people that turned the other way when Hillary Clinton was doing it, when Joe Biden was doing it. It's almost as if they're not really pro-black, they're just pro-Democrat. So, hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.